Well, we're done. We lost. I called it out on my previous video, but it was too late. Update 3 is out, and what did we get? Well, let's look at this. So we have more variants, nothing too exciting to bring people back, and more paid weapon skins. I have to say though, these look amazing, and honestly, aren't these just peak Monster Hunter? Cute, silly, generally great looking. It's awesome these are locked behind a paywall, right? Well, we might as well get used to it. And we should be getting ready for more actually. As I said in my Update 2 video, this is now a permanent part of Monster Hunter. I fully expect Monster Hunter 6 to have pre-order exclusive weapon skins, and I fully expect the best weapon skins to be paid DLC. And you should too. But that's only if we're lucky. That's only if Capcom doesn't keep pushing microtransactions into their live services. Games, I meant to say games. I started working on weapon guides recently. Since Sunbreak isn't fully updated yet, I thought it would be a good idea to focus on each weapon and learn the ins and outs and make guides in preparation for the Sunbreak tier list. My idea was to do some deep research on weapons from some of the best weapon mains around and credit them in the video. But as I started research and writing on these videos, most Monster Hunter creators have already quit Rise. It's like an epidemic. Suddenly everyone is moving on to something else or going back to something better. But why? Rise is, at least gameplay wise, in my opinion, the best Monster Hunter's ever been. And the player numbers seem to agree with me. Since despite the smaller scale, downgraded graphics, lack of content, and lack of marketing, Sunbreak peaked at a really close number of players to Iceborne. So what happened? Well, the reason I grind for the best gear in Monster Hunter is to be ready for the next update, to be in peak form, so when it drops, I can get right into it and go looking for new challenges. But that's not what we've been getting. We've just been getting pushovers, grind, and variants. In my video comparing Iceborne and Sunbreak, I said that something Sunbreak needed was fights like Elatrion, Fatalis, and Raging Brachy. Extremely challenging, spectacular fights against terrifying monsters. Instead of that, we've been getting Nagaku again, Espinas again, Mizutsune again, Chameleos but angry, more monsters but now they're red and with tons of HP. Okay, that's fine, it's alright, that was just one patch. Maybe Update 3 can make it up? Yeah, it just seems like Capcom doesn't give a shit. All we get is grind on top of grind, endless repetition, just keep looking for those perfect augments, despite it being less likely to happen than you getting struck by lightning. So, why? Why would I keep grinding on a pointless task if the next monster is just going to go down in the first try anyways? Mostly because I already know most of their moves, because I've already fought them. It's no wonder almost no one is feeling passionate enough about Rise to keep making content on it. I still think this game is salvageable, but I have completely lost faith in Capcom to do the right things for this game to succeed. It's sad really. I had extremely high hopes for Rise as it released. I recommended it to everyone I knew, and sadly, I regret that now. I regret that I recommended a game that is now bloated with microtransactions, not meeting expectations, and starving for content. Despite having come to terms with the death of Rise, I still plan to finish all the videos I had planned for the game. I just wish I had better things to say about a game I was once very excited about. Just for the sake of it, let's compare player numbers between Iceborne and Sunbreak to see the difference. Iceborne peaked at 285,000 players on release, then slowly declined to about 51,000, before being brought back with an update that put it at 144,000, declining again to 62,000, and being brought back again with another update that propped it up to 122,000. Then, 2 years after its initial release, Iceborne seems to have declined to a stable player base of around 25,000 players that will slowly fizzle out over time. Let's look at Sunbreak now. Initial release, 231,000, which is actually quite impressive, but then 1 month later, Sunbreak has already lost almost half its player base. sitting at around 143,000 players. And 1 month after that, we have a decline of over 50% of the remaining player base, with Sunbreak sitting at 63,000 players. And 18,000 2 months later. 1 month later, update 3 would release, which would bring some players back, peaking at around 55,000. And today, those numbers are already dropping again. I think this is a pretty stark comparison, and it shows just how poorly received Sunbreak was when compared to Iceborne. It doesn't pack the same punch, and it's seriously struggling to hold on to players. So, why did everyone quit? Well, the game is stale. It's been screaming for some novelty for a while now, and after 3 bland patches that added almost nothing but pay DLC, most players have moved on. Worst part is, even if you wanted to get back into Rise, the amount of grinding you are being asked to do is absolutely ridiculous. First, get to a certain amount of Master rank. Okay, that's fine. Now, get your Anomaly investigation level up. Fine, this feels like Red Master rank, but okay. It's up to 100. Can I get my decos now? Nope. Minimum I can do is 180. And that's not 180 to unlock the decos. After that, you have to level up each specific monster quest, and then you can have all your materials. This game is not only making people leave by alienating them by putting no effort in patches, it's also trying to keep them away with the threat of forced labor in case they're thinking of coming back. Sunbreak caters to a casual player base by letting you take followers on every quest and having a generally tame difficulty, but also keeps them away with unending grind and a matchmaking system that makes no sense. Player numbers strongly reflect this, and most people are not even bothering to come back to fight the new variants, and I don't blame them. Looking through comments, the community's response to Update 3 seems pretty negative to me. I won't be looking at YouTube comments because they just scream moderation to me. There used to be a video specifically promoting the paid layer weapons that got deleted, presumably because of the awful dislike ratio and generally negative reception. So at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if Capcom had someone deleting negative comments. There's literally not a single person complaining about reskinned monsters or paid DLC, and there are so many comments like,
"I can't wait to purchase all of this DLC, Capcom is my favorite company."
But the comments on the Steam community post seem to have escaped the censorious wrath of Capcom, so we can get a more clear picture of the general reception by looking at these. And it doesn't look great. Most of them look like this. Can't wait for another 100 plus euros worth of DLC that you'll never be able to get in game, and a few weeks worth of mediocre event quests, yay! More Reskins of monsters too, woo! Then there's a group of people calling the first group whiners, and some stragglers saying that people calling other people whiners are stupid. So, your typical comment section. I think this insightful and thoughtful comment by Stigma These Nuts summarizes my feelings appropriately. Monster only reskin? Me Angie. But seriously, welcome to G-Rank. Layered weapons. And armor should be event rewards though. And
小易
said,
求求您了，别惦记您那逼怪异话了。
which I don't understand because I don't speak Chinese. Sorry for the bleak video, but I wanted to get this out of my system. As for my next couple videos, I want to make the Sunbreak tier list as well informed and objective as I can, so I'm taking the time to learn all playstyles for each weapon and making full guides for all of them, to get feedbacks on any blind spots I might have for each. I'll probably start with bow, dual blades, and insect glaive. If you guys like them, I might do polls on which weapons I should do next. Also, I know most of you are here for Monster Hunter content, but I'll be uploading non-Monster Hunter content in between videos, and I understand most of you don't care about it, but I'd appreciate if you gave them a chance. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon.